And welcome everyone to the season one League of Barons finale. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have had 9 grueling weeks of play, and we are headed into the 10th and final week where we see our Division One champ, Joel Killingsworth, playing against our Division Two champ, BJ Evans. Uh, I am your host for tonight, Stephen Ford, joined by fellow Baron Charlie Hicks.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm having a fantastic time. Hopefully, everybody else is also having a fantastic time tonight and ready for a really good game of X Wing. Charlie, you want to take a look at these lists and maybe run down this a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about some old school Johnny Cash X-Wing, this is it right here. I mean, we've got two lists on the surface look pretty close with some subtle differences, but we're going back to like the good meat and taters of Imperial ace play. You've got OGP with Palp supporting two aces, one being Soontir with your various flavor of goodies. Joel's Soontir has crack shot, targeting computer, and a hull upgrade. And then BJ's has crack shot and the targeting computer, opting out for the hull because he is taking the premium Phantom over here, going with Whisper. His Whisper's got outmaneuver, passive sensors, fifth brother, and stealth device, which loves some stealth device on Phantoms. But Joel, not to be outdone by that, has Echo with everybody's favorite Lone Wolf, passive sensors, fifth brother, and also stealth device. So it's the same but different. Uh, I absolutely love, especially Joel's Echo. I've had a lot of success running that with some little pocket swarm with Jonas and some barrage and scimitar bombers and everything like that. It's a really nice ship to put out on an island. I mean, Whisper is still Whisper, and that doesn't really need a whole lot of explanation. Both of these guys taking advantage of stealth combined with the kind of umbrella protection offered by Pelt. It's going to be a really nice defensive struggle, I think.
Yeah, and for those of you at home who obviously we didn't get to see the roll off here, they are actually at the exact same point, and BJ lost the roll. So even though Joel's Echo is obviously going to move ahead of Whisper, Joel's Soontir does move last, and the shuttle also is moving last here. So maybe some interesting shenanigans possible in that split, hopefully.
Yep.
So,
Uh,
Charlie?
I'm, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You're starting to talk. That was all I
Oh,
was trying to get you.
nice. So now, just kind of looking at this, I mean, obviously, Echo's giving him absolutely nothing to go with. Whisper is in a nice little spot to pursue any channel that she wants with that decloak. So, obviously, with these types of gameplays with the palp and two aces, you don't really want to tip your hand and commit with those aces. So, I mean, they're both doing exactly what they need to do in this situation.
Right, so we're gonna see that decloak here, a little bend decloak into the corner out of Joel. Um, and of course, Whisper also has the option to decide if she wants to decloak in pursuit of Echo or away from Echo. So a lot of interesting little interactions here going into this map.
Yeah, so we may be looking at maybe a one bank in this situation.
Yeah, I can see a we want for Whisper or for Echo now. We got a couple Phantoms on the board here.
For Whisper, I think that's probably the most likely outcome here. Oh,
Oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Did you get the same message there?
I did. So let me try to join up again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what's going on here.
Apologize in advance, folks. We'll get you back to the game.
Yeah, this is a new one.
Yeah, I mean, The experience of that we've all had, I think, has been largely really positive with TTS ever since the global pandemic. It's been very agile. They've made a lot of really good changes, and some of them are very fast. I've commented that this game is oftentimes smarter than the people that are playing it, but every now and then you do get a spicy little technical difficulty moment. So we're going to try to get past that.
A little hitch here. Yeah, I wonder if this is just an actual TTS issue as opposed to a X-Wing mod issue, since those are somewhat separate entities.
Yeah, that is probably the case.
So I'm gonna cut the audio off so we can have a little conversation here with our players and see if we can sort this out, but we will be right back. Alrighty, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, autosave is a real thing. So we picked up actually right with Joel making his decloak and Whisper doing the same. So now we have seen a one bank here out of BJ's Omicron and a stop out of Joel's. So
So interesting note. It's not necessarily consequential right now. BJ's Omicron did not bump into Whisper. There's probably about 5 pixels in between, so good precision. I'm sure he planned it that way, but probably not.
Well, this early in the game, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but it certainly helps. So BJ with a nice bank there on Whisper, kind of opening up the option here to either go ahead and do a barrel roll or recloak
Mhm.
and be set for the next turn. It looks like he is going to trigger passive sensors, I believe. Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
That is
So I
very much.
mean, probably doesn't want to tip his hand by doing a barrel roll in this situation. So yeah, passive sensors is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so Whisper for BJ is sitting in a really good spot here because he can threaten the turn onto Echo, who he out initiative, so he will get to move after and potentially just pick up and put in his pocket with possibly the shuttle helping while
Mhm.
we have a fell off here on the other side of the board.
Yeah,
And
so this will be really interesting to that combination of Whisper and OGP over here, just trying to see where they end up because the time is quickly arriving to where that shuttle's gonna have to pick a channel. So
right, yeah. Especially, obviously, the Whisper Decloak will clear a bit of space for the shuttle, but I
mhm.
imagine you can't do both. You can't both Decloak Whisper towards Echo and move the shuttle without bumping.
Right.
Um, so
So
you might
here's
have to
a
actually choose one goes one and one goes the other.
so one thing I'm looking at here, BJ may not have the space to do a decloak to the right, so it may a a true poker face over here. So
Oh yeah.
just
Let's
something to
see. Maybe with
consider.
a decloak to the. Oh, you're talking about with Fell there.
Right.
I
He
think you could maybe get away with it. It is kind of an awkward angle. And you could potentially, I'm kind of got an overhead view here for a second. You could potentially just decloak straight forward. You might actually be able to fit that in there. We can let's just
mm,
bring the camera on it and have a closer look. It might be a
yeah.
bit of a reach. Looking at those
I
knobs, it'd
he
be
yeah,
real hard though.
that might be 2 pixels ahead.
Yeah,
So he could have the front.
yeah, if we were at a real table, that'd be a much easier call. But in the online 3D space, it's a little bit tighter to toe.
Mhm. So we'll see if that informs Joel's decision making.
So, what do you think the breaking point is going to be here? Obviously, we've already heard this termed a mirror match, and it's a pretty close mirror match. What advantage, whether it be BJ's Whisper getting to move after Echo or Echo getting to move in places that maybe Whisper can't go, what advantage do you think is going to break this game open?
So it's definitely going to be the interplay between uh, Whisper versus Echo, and just trying to see. I mean, obviously, Whisper being able to make the decision after Echo is tried to fake you out. It does kind of blunt a lot of what Echo is doing. Um, I do think that the choice to go with outmaneuver rather than lone wolf it's very interesting. I mean, obviously, like you can't cover all contingencies, but I do think that if we're looking talent, that's actually a closer matchup than what we're looking at. Uh, but yeah, it's going to be there's probably going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse between those two. Um, what's going to be kind of interesting to see is with BJ kind of keeping his ships kind of close together. I'm wondering how many channels that he can close off with his Omicron, just to see if he can also kind of take away some of the unpredictability from Echo to kind of tilt the scales in his favor.
Yeah, it could be interesting to see maybe say Whisper has the space to decloak right, and then does a bank into this channel towards the that center set of clouds, and
Mhm.
Omicron does a bank to take the outer channel, and then Fell swings around to cover this final lower channel and kind of pick up all the spaces.
Right.
Um, which if Joel's Fell commits into that central channel right in the middle of the board, he could get caught in a couple of fields of fire, or could see Echo caught by Whisper and Omicron coming from two different angles.
Yeah. I that's not a bet I'm willing to take. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a nice 2 hard out of, Joel Sentier. Maybe even a 1 hard.
Oh yeah, what you might actually see, uh, Joel Soontier turn in on the one hard, kind of
Right.
towards Echo, and just kind of stall for space with that gas cloud right there while the shuttle starts to catch back up.
Yeah, he's in no hurry to engage. So,
Yeah.
and obviously, both of these players are they've got a pretty good amount of mileage between soon tiers. So you're not going to see a whole lot of joust me bro between these guys.
Yeah, especially once you look at the outmaneuver on Whisper, right? Both players forego the reliability of Juke for something a little different, and
Hmm.
they both want to make hay with those, right? So you're going to see BJ want to make use of outmaneuver. You're going to see Joel want to keep Echo separate for lone wolf triggers
Now, one
to
thing
try and
that's
make use of those points.
yeah.
Good.
So one thing that we haven't really talked about is, I mean, both players have Palp on the table. So I think what you're going to end up looking at is who can actually stack both of their aces onto a single target because you're going to have to get overlapping fields of fire to get through Palp protection and everything else that's going on to protect these
All the
ships.
focus of it. Yeah, and Whisper, I think, again, has a bit of an advantage here because if outmaneuver triggers, right, you take one of those
Mhm.
green dice away from your opponent, and Palp can't do anything about that, right? You can't fix the fact that the die is gone. So we
Okay.
do see a decloak forward here for Echo. So Joel getting a little aggressive with Echo.
That,
Um,
yeah.
so this is the start of the system phase for the third round, and BJ gets the choice on the decloak now. And it looks like he did take that forward decloak, and it does fit.
Well, so probably a hard right at this point, you would think.
Yeah, probably a
Or a
a hard
hard
one
left.
or hard two, turning towards Echo.
Yeah, I think so.
BJ likes to stop the shuttle, maybe not convinced that Whisper was actually going to move there.
Mm.
And so we are going to see Joel's shuttle advance, clear stress, and set up a potential coordinate here. His Omicron doesn't need his action at the moment, so that is the measurement for coordinate, and
Yep.
Fell is in the ring. So
So
now
do we
that
see him token
Whisper,
up? Yep. Oh,
yeah,
he
he's
might be
in the
going
ring.
in.
Yeah, you could go in, pick up a focus, and then a second focus on the start of engagement.
Now,
Oh,
something
Echo
else
getting
you can
aggressive.
do, because I mean, you can use that coordinate to an evade to head fake somebody. So that's also a possibility.
Well, we're already past the head fake stage now. Whisper and Fell's dials are committed. BJ can't change them. Um,
Right, but I mean, with his Soontier going forward, I mean, like there's a little bit of reposition possibility. Um, ooh, closing
all
out
right,
Soontier.
Whisper going for the Soontier, taking passive. Echo also took passive. And here's the Fell. Here's the Pincer. Try to trap Joel inside this channel and maybe just go ahead and take Fell off the board early. This could be a really pivotal turn, really early in the game, honestly, for the type of ace play we've got right now.
Hmm.
Uh, just sitting on the third round, and
Right.
possibly see Fell, trapped in a channel between two clouds. We'll see how aggressive Joel wanted to get. Obviously, BJ
Totally.
considering his actions here for Fell reaches for the
Hmm.
Whisper action, so it's not the right action. Still trying to give Whisper that action. Pro tip at home, always arrange your cards either in an ascending or descending order of initiative. This makes it real easy to keep track of it. Oh, and there is
Oh.
Fell jumping in. Now a bank boost here and maybe commit the barrel roll as well, but you get out of Whisper's Arc and you might have a cloud between you and Fell.
I don't hate
I
that.
don't, I don't think you can bank boost to the left aggressively at Whisper. I think you'll
No,
bump.
no. But yeah, bank right and barrel roll. Oh yeah, he's
You don't even
gone.
have to barrel roll. Just take a focus. Yeah.
Nah,
You might barrel roll for that cloud though, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead and barrel roll for the cloud. He's thinking about it.
You could barrel roll in towards Whisper and then try to hard turn next turn. And we're taking the stress, and so we are seeing the barrel roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
play it
Yeah, to the
safe.
right
No,
here. The safe maneuver.
don't be a hero. You're already a Baron to the Empire. Fine.
I mean, if you wanted to be really aggressive there, you could have stayed right where he was and basically
Mhm.
killed any decloak from Whisper, and you also
Yeah,
lost your obstruction. No, it is obstruction. Okay, chat
yeah.
coming through with the obstruction.
Oh yeah. So and then here's the thing too. He's got palp support. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Got an evade, got palp support, so 3 blanks incoming, right?
Right.
Speaking of, we should actually go look at the dice.
Yeah. So 2 hits coming in.
Yeah, 2 hits. And yeah, that's safe. The obstruction's
Yeah.
there. Palp can take a nap this journey.
Yep. No problem.
And I would say, looking at Twitch chat, we did have a call here from Mo Stuff to fly all the ships off the board, just have a shuttle versus shuttle duel for the final, which
Man.
I'm
Yeah.
in favor of.
You know who else would be in on that? Stephen Welsh.
Stephen Welsh would be for that.
Mm.
So no shot for Whisper. Passive sensors did go ahead and get the target lock onto Suntier. I will be
Okay.
interested to see how Echo's or Whisper's going to chase that down going forward.
Yeah. Whisper's in a funny spot to decloak after this and take advantage. I mean, you probably expect the left forward, but what do you do from that is the thing.
Yeah, like what's your maneuver after that? You don't really go anywhere.
Well, you just get you the shuttle just takes your lunch money for a round.
Well, okay, so we do see passive sensors here into the for Echo going into the Omicron. So we are
Okay.
going to see a little action here.
Well, glad
Oof.
we took the target lock.
Yeah, blank focus feels pretty bad. Joel is going to spend that target lock.
And the computer has decided. So yeah.
Hit crits. Are we spending a force here? Is the real
Oh,
question.
absolutely. Yeah, we still got Palp on deck. No problem.
Yeah, so we're spending Fifth Brothers for crit hit. Shuttle getting evasive with the natties.
That shuttle shakes and bakes.
So that will be 1 shield off of BJ's shuttle. First blood, if you will, to get us going.
Hmm.
All right, so we have the range 3 shot back here from Omicron.
Well, you want to talk about the lack of options for Whisper compared to sky's the limit for Echo next round.
That is very true. Charlie, did we just lose you?
I don't think so. I'm still here.
Chat seems to have claimed that you disconnected, but we'll see.
Yep. Okay.
Don't know
I
if we
have
can find.
disconnected.
In the meantime, BJ's Omicron is blank hit going into a range 3 Echo. And now this is an Echo with a stealth device, I believe. Oof, that is 3 focuses. And yes, it is an Echo with the stealth device. Lone Wolf got the evade off the Lone Wolf.
Very
And I
nice.
believe we'll see a force spin here from Palpatine to get 2 evades and take no damage from the shuttle.
Yeah. Just like Palpatine is foreseen.
Yes, Palpatine definitely foresaw all of this.
All right. So it's going to be a spicy TTS day. This is my third entry into this arena. So we'll
So
see.
TTS is being aggressive tonight, kicking you out.
Yeah.
Joel
Suffer for
showing
your
up
art.
no shot. So we are seeing the recloaks here for both Echo and Whisper. And we are moving into the start of the 4th round.
Right. All
So
right.
as you were saying before TTS so rudely removed you from the game,
Right.
while Whisper's decloak options are pretty tight here, pretty constrained, only 2 legitimate choices, and only one of those might be a real choice. Echo's got all the options in the world in front of him, or her.
Yeah.
It,
Well, okay, so here's the thing that Whisper could do, and this is it's conservative and it's low payout, but I mean doing a two straight and then if you do like a two bank or something like that, like you've probably caught that shuttle in outmaneuver land. And I mean free real estate, just being able to clock some damage in with zero consequence on the shuttle does not feel bad. But I mean,
yeah,
that's probably a couple of rounds before you realize some payoff from that.
yeah, I do like that option there. Whisper going straight on forward with the decloak and maybe like a three hard off of that two straight, kind of whip around the cloud there.
Yeah,
Um,
could go
of
a little
course,
faster.
it would feel bad if you just end up, just jousting a shuttle because Whisper is very valuable. The shuttle it's got Palpatine on there, but it's less so.
Right, absolutely. Especially with these ships because they're already token stacking and uh, repositioning and everything like that. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they like coordinate and they like Palpatine, but they don't need that.
I mean, Echo and Whisper brought their own Force user, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so here is the decloak. So pretty quick decision on the dials here, and Echo taking that two bank to the right decloak.
Yeah, I foresee a one hard to the left coming up.
A one or two hard. So BJ opting for that straight decloak, which I think is the right call. There's nothing really to be gained trying to decloak into Fell.
Absolutely.
So now what we'll see here once we get ships moving is where Whisper ends up for this round. All right, so here's the Omicron one bank for BJ. So right now Joel is on track to predict uh, BJ's location. So the question here is, do you jam? Yeah,
Looks
here it
like
is.
it.
Here's the stress. Check in range one. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. So
got
we'll
him.
just bump that evade right off of Echo.
That's rude. I like it.
That's a pretty good and that's a pretty good little value out of the shuttle.
Yeah, I mean those phantoms will do whatever it takes to keep that evade, and when you do that, it's hugely disruptive, and you absolutely know what their next action is going to be.
Yeah, and with no juke here too, not having the evade to kind of fuel your offense feels kind of bad.
True.
So Joel Omicron taking the one straight, kind of working the middle ground, can't coordinate Fell's stress.
Right. Yeah, this is a tricky one, just because of what we were talking about before. I mean, being conservative, taking the reinforce, that's probably the best you can
It's a
do.
safe action here. Oh, Echo has got to move first, but we saw a glimpse of Whispers future
I
dial
won't
to
tell
come,
if
and
you
it's a
don't.
good move.
Mm. All right, so we've got the inevitable from Echo over here, and
Well, passive sensor with the
oh,
one hard, declining the
spicy.
decloak for next round.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so here's the three hard out of it. Now, Whisper can barrel roll and not face any retribution from the shuttle and get that
True.
outmaneuver charged up. The question is, does he decide to sit here? I mean, I don't think you have any reason to sit there, right? Yeah, looking at the barrel roll over
Right.
here. There it is.
Yeah. Plus, that's also because you've always got to worry about the shuttle and the red too hard, just messing up your day. So I think that also helps next turn. If he cloaks out and then kind of candy canes back in, he can no longer get messed up by that too hard.
Yeah, I agree. In a really prime position too, because without maneuver on a one die ship, right, you almost guarantee you're gonna get your evade to set up your decloak set as Whisper.
Mhm.
So Fell trying to play the middle ground here, and Joel's Fell is having none of that, but he's probably gonna be jousting a shuttle, I guess, unless he wants to get a little conservative and bail out on a barrel roll.
Just boost in. You're fine.
Just boost in,
Just boost in, get your focus. That's fine.
or get your focus, boost in, and get another focus, mate. think you
I mean,
might
you've
pick up
got Palp.
bullseye on the boost.
Palp's not going to help for offense on the shuttle because he's got outmaneuver.
Okay,
So
you don't get the bullseyes, but he did boost first, so we probably have a barrel roll coming in here. Joel's worried about Fell's arc. Well, he's not going to do a
no.
middle barrel roll. That is right out. A forward barrel.
Okay.
That is. We're gonna zoom in here for folks at home. That's a close fit. It's not as close as it could be, but it's close enough.
That's spicy 3 pixels right there.
Yeah, a little more than 3 pixels, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Okay.
on a really small screen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm running this on a TI-83, so
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah,
yeah.
that would be about 3 pixels
That explains why I'm on the commentary table.
then. So Fell does pick up BJ's Fell, I should say, shooting first, does pick up Omicron here at range 3. So we could be seeing a bit of damage here into the shuttle.
Well, not with that attitude.
Just the one hit.
Come on,
I
Palp,
don't
do it.
see. I don't
Give
see
in to your
reason
anger.
to not spend here. All right, so we have a focus. No spend.
Wow.
And the shuttle
Okay.
natties wouldn't have mattered on the spend, but you still feel like you oughta try for it, right?
Man, that's. I mean, I guess I can see why you wouldn't, but that's still.
All right, so Fell has got his focus on the bullseye and looking to see what kind of fire he can throw here at the Omicron.
And Crackshot is active, ladies and gents.
It is in bullseye, yes. I don't know if you want to necessarily spend it on the shuttle, but I mean, maybe. We got hit,
Probably
focus,
not.
focus. Joel's got a focus to play with. Palp's still in the back pocket. Omicron's not going to make use of Palp this round, that's for sure. So there's
Bend
your
it, you
focus.
coward. Do it. Yeah.
3 hits. There's the evade. I'll spin that crack shot. Do it. Do it for disrespect. Yeah.
And there it is.
I see the arrow. There's the crack shot spin.
Yep.
So that's going to be 3 hits into the shuttle. So shields down for BJ's
Right.
Omicron.
These gentlemen are in a classy duel. Whoever's Palp dies first loses.
Well, speaking of Whisper, range 1 into Omicron. That's an outmaneuvered Omicron. He does have reinforce, though.
Yeah.
Oof, 1 hit, 1 eye on 4 dice feels pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, fifth brother spend on the force here. Hit crit. And Joel doesn't get to roll any dice. I don't know why you picked up that die. Why are you picking up that die, Joel? What are you
Going
doing?
to
You might drop down and just double. Well, if you drop down, I have to drag you back up. We'll see what.
yeah. Throw me in there.
Oh, do I have to move you?
Toss me, Legolas.
Lord. All right, I'm gonna move you down. So I'll let Charlie have a discussion with that one while I try to get this sorted. Of course, now the real fun is once Charlie's down, there's no way of knowing when he wants to come back. I'm just gonna drag him back anyways because I can. All right, Charlie, did we get him sorted out?
The law has come to town. All right.
So, did they actually do it? Because I only see 1 hit on that shuttle right now. I feel like it should have had 2, shouldn't it?
No, because of
Oh, no,
reinforcement.
reinforce.
Yep. Yeah, we all came to the same conclusion, but differently. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay. All right.
yeah.
Well, let's get back to the action. So 4 dice, 1 crit, 2 hits here for Echo. Lone Wolf on the reroll.
Spicy.
3 hits
Oh,
and a
yeah.
crit. This is a shield down Omicron. Palp
Spend
is
that
still in
Palp,
the
you
bucket.
coward.
Yeah, Palp is still in the bucket here. I think you got to spend it. Let's see. He hasn't flipped the force token over. So that's
Either way, it's
one,
crit o'clock.
two,
Oh, he's just taking on the chin.
three, and there's the crit. But what are we saving? Are we saving Palp to shoot at fell, I suppose?
Yeah, loose stabilizer. Gross.
Loose stabilizer. All right, so we took one, two, three, and we add the loose stabilizer.
Ooh, man, that's a bad day.
Yeah, it's Omicron's on fire here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the dice cam, or the dice side of the tables, I guess.
Mhm.
And I believe we've got a range two shot here from Omicron going at Soontir Fell. All right, so
That's why you saved out.
hit and a focus. Pout makes it 3 hits. Let's see if the gamble pays off here. Got an evade, got a focus. Spending Palp, I believe, here.
No, no evade.
No
Oh,
evade.
I'm sorry. You said the die
No,
result.
not a
Okay.
token. He just rolled an evade. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he
Okay.
spent Palp on that to get 2, and Fell's going to take a card.
Yeah. Just the whole upgrade. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Fell was already rocking along with an extra point to give. I don't know if that was a big payoff for BJ.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think of the optics. I mean, obviously, you don't know what's going to be behind that crit. He would have felt real bad if it was a direct hit. That would have been amusing. But I
There
mean,
wasn't a crit out on the board, but oh, you're talking about into the shuttle.
into the shuttle, right, right. Because it
Oh
was
yeah,
direct
yeah.
hit. He's just knocked him out the box.
Or
But
if you get hit with like a panic pilot, right? You're already stressed. Just go ahead and call the shuttle, stick a fork in, and call them done.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we are going in to the beginning of round 5, I do believe. Alter the camera a little bit here so I can see the
Mhm.
counters. They have flipped it, so we are going to round 5.
So
Whisper gets the decloak or the recloak token, and Echo does not. So Charlie, what are you looking at here?
So now it's Joel's turn to have his shuttle pay the price because he is he's got possibilities on mitigating any attack coming in from Suntir, but I think Suntir is probably going in on his counter. So
Oh
I,
yeah, no,
I I think that's kind of
we're getting a soon to your boogaloo here, I think.
yeah. So I think at this point, if I'm Joel, you just know that you're going to get outmaneuvered and dunked on by Whisper. There's nothing you can do about that. I think you just three straight over that cloud and say, okay.
I think I disagree. If you one bank the Omicron away from Whisper, right?
Hmm.
It's gonna be real hard for Whisper to get out of that rear arc, which is maybe not a very good shot, not a compelling shot, but it will turn off outmaneuver.
Hang on, let me double check with outmaneuver. I think that
It's
is incorrect.
just a firing arc. It's a primary shot, and if you are not in a firing
You
arc,
are correct.
so it's not
Oh,
going to apply to any kind of mobile arc, bow tie, etc.
okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, now that I have educated myself, I'm going to change my answer to what you said.
So where do you think Joel's looking to put Echo here this round?
So Echo. Now, the thing that's informing his decision is that stress token on BJ's OGP. So he's probably doing the one straight to salvage his dignity and also that one HP from his crit. So I think you just take a one hard and just know that you're going to be in the OGP's back pocket and finish him.
Yeah, or do you just go ahead and you already accepted damage into OGP, right? Do you just go ahead and take the one bank, take that loose stabilizer damage, and hope that you block Fell?
Probably.
Because if you
So
block Fell, you
the
could put a jam down maybe.
right. So what I'm looking at here, there is probably enough space for Centier to hard two to the left and still clear cloud. I
Yeah, I think so as well.
I don't think that necessarily buys him anything because he's just going to be kissing cousins with his mirror over here, and I don't know. He's actually kind of in a spicy spot right now. Uh,
Yeah, not a great place. So we are getting the one straight, so that kills any prediction here.
yeah,
Does clear the stress, does not take the loose stabilizer damage, and we did see BJ's Whisper decloak to the board edge.
yeah. We
So I
were
think
all
that,
really surprised by that move. Honestly,
yeah, it
obviously.
was pretty well telegraphed on the candy cane. Some kind of one heart, two heart, three heart coming out of that.
Yeah. I,
And
I,
here's the jam
there's no
token coming down
reason.
from Shell.
So we've jammed out. Yep, sure
Yeah.
have.
So I think that tells you right now where BJ's fell's going, right? He's turning in.
Oh yeah.
All right, so here is the one bank out of Joel's OGP and takes the reinforcers to the rear. He knows what's coming.
Oh yeah. You're gonna get that whooping one way or another.
Yeah, there's no getting out of that.
Mm-mm.
And you're, as expected, one hard here for Echo.
Yep.
And now Echo has a target lock on OGP from that previous round, right? He didn't spend it.
Mhm.
I think I saw a token lurking around it.
Uh,
Put the camera
let's
in
see.
manual mode and go look for it.
I
Make everybody
actually do
sick.
not see a target lock on
Don't either.
table.
Maybe he spent it?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to stop hunting and restore this to a normal angle. Um, so Echo did take an evade, so setting up for the decloak next round. And
Hmm.
like we said, kind of the assumption here is we are going to see uh, BJ's OGP die.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything that can stop that at this point.
So we did have both a one hard out of Whisper for BJ and a one hard for Soon to Your Fell. I think, yeah, Fell's got the two hard to the left dialed in.
Yep. Okay.
And a boost is just gonna carry you right on by. The that initiative roll is coming in clutch right here.
So if he boosts out and then barrel rolls towards us, that's that's safe
I
pretty
mean, I think
easily.
the bank boost to the right on its own pretty much clears you, I believe.
Maybe.
It might
I
be
mean,
close.
you take that as the first step, anyways. So,
Yeah.
or you evade. Well, you're jammed, so you don't even worry
Yeah,
about
the
that.
tokens don't do you any good. You need to get out of this with some kind of maneuvering. Or you take the some kind of token, an evade token or whatever, and you hopefully maybe find a bullseye and let that focus land after the jam token's gone.
Yeah, you
But
could if you
finding bullseye
just
is going to
wanted
be
to get
pretty
in. I
tough.
think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, finding a bullseye is going to be a tough ask, I think, here.
Hmm.
Joe, we're really looking at the angles on this one. Can't blame him.
So the thing is, I don't think that that boost over here. Yeah, I think yeah.
There's the bank boost.
Ooh, that's gonna fit.
I
That's
think
gonna fit.
I think you can barrel roll here.
Go forward.
Get
Yeah,
away.
that'll
Yeah,
squeeze.
barrel roll going forward. I think you're fine on that, and that's definitely going to clear the arc. Joel trying to hit the button, struggling a little.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
there
it
we
is.
go. Just the nubs
Woo.
clear it by a hair, a couple pixels to spare.
Yeah, just
So,
showing all that Teflon out there.
yeah, Joel puts the stress token atop the sad jam token that did nothing. So obviously, I'm going to see BJ soon too here have a pretty sad range three obstructed shot at Echo. That's not what he wanted this round. That's for
and
certain.
and stealth, sure.
And the stealth, yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Pout. Don't forget Pout's back there too.
But you're saying there's a chance. Look, if you throw this hoop at this milk bottle, you'll win a bear. I promise.
That's a crit focus blank. Fell could have an echo shot coming back, but it's not going to happen. So we're going to see the
Nah.
hit crit here on the spin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hilarious.
that's going to be 4 evades with the gas cloud. So nothing doing there. And right now Joel feeling like he's in a pretty commanding spot. So we've got Whispers activation here with passive sensors for the target lock onto OGP, who is
Mm.
range 3.
Yeah. Wow.
So no
That's impressive.
outmaneuver. You get 2 green dice plus a reinforce.
Yeah. And wow, just the force behind Whisper too. So Oh, well, in the target log, that's right. Yeah, the
Yeah,
target
there's
log.
the target lock. Palp is out there too now.
Oh,
Oof, target lock blank into blank feels bad.
fifth brother?
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't make a difference right now. Shuttle's got
Whoa. Okay.
spin Palp here, 2 hits.
He spent Palp for reasons I can't fathom.
Well, now Whisper's got a shot coming back from the OGP. It's a firing arc, right?
Yeah, but you've still got
Palp's
the
gonna be
option to
dead
use
by the time
Palp
that
Cloud.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Palp's gonna be
I don't
dead.
agree with that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's small ball, but I mean,
you got to take what you can get. So that's an evade focus here for the OGP of Joel, and I believe if we jump the camera back, yep, there's the force spin. So 2 evades, range 3 coming through for OGP,
wow.
and just kind of saying, "Not today, Satan," to Whisper.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2 rounds that basically Joel's shuttle has avoided the beaten stick, and the more that you do that, the more it really starts to matter.
There's that erstwhile target lock. Echo did have target lock. It's just somewhere under OGP. Joel just produced it out, like out of a
Oh,
hat here.
the curse of the Chad token.
All right, so here's the range one. Ooh, gotta need that target lock. 3 blanks and a focus.
Wow. All right,
Got a target lock.
roll
You
it
know,
all.
reroll everything.
Ooh,
Hit crit. That
that's
is not enough to guarantee.
not enough. No,
Because shuttle gets a die.
now it's enough.
There's like now it's done. Yeah. So hit crit coming into the shuttle, singing its sad, sad swan song. Crit doesn't matter. The shuttle is out of there. I actually had one damage off on the shuttle missing on the overlay because
Yep.
of the crit. I forget that you have to actually add the damage to the crit. So we will see OGP here, the back arc range 3 back at Whisper.
Hmm. Soontier versus a butt gun. You, safest houses.
Well, this is a Whisper versus a bunch.
Soontier half points.
So
JK.
that's a hit focus.
Yeah.
Did Joel not have Palp still up his
No,
somewhere?
he spent it to
He
Natty
spends it on
out
the
on
defense. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. So Whisper just shrugged that one off, I do believe,
Oh yeah.
with his range 3 stealth device. All right, Charlie, we're going into round 6. BJ's
So
lost the ship, and Joel has not given up points anywhere yet.
not yet.
So he's got a
Uh,
54-0 point lead.
so Soontier is now in a spot where he can start thinking about hunting Whisper. Whisper has to make a decision to where is Whisper going to continue trying to chip into the shuttle, which seems like diminishing returns, or is Whisper going to go ahead and close the distance and engage with Soontier? Uh, and
Yeah, I
then, of
think.
course, um,
Go ahead.
and then you've got Echo right here. Echo, I mean, probably is going the long way around this cloud to threaten BJ Soontier, you would think. Uh, and then the shuttle has no other real reason except to go maybe like one straight or maybe even a one bank. But I mean, don't get cute.
Yeah,
You're fine.
yeah. The shuttle just go for it. Yeah, I don't even know if a one straight, maybe a two straight here to set up for a turn around this cloud or a bank around this cloud the turn after.
Yeah, maybe.
And maintain maybe a little more space between you and Whisper. Because I
Yeah.
think if BJ wants to hunt down Joel's Soontier, he's going to need both guns to do it. And that means you just leave Echo on a flank somewhere. And it
Right.
may not be Juke, it may not be outmaneuver. And Lone Wolf for Echo might be disappearing, but Echo's got a decloak coming up too. So
Yeah,
you might be, that bendy decloaking bank going backwards into Echo's right.
I could see that.
Just to set up where if BJ's Fell turns in to chase Fell, Echo is right behind him maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's the the great thing about Echo is that you can stall out and you can change your direction and set your engagement really easily. It's a little bit more straightforward when you're going with Whisper, not to be all madden about it here, but I mean,
The
you don't
decloaks
have to
are straight, yes.
Right. So, but you don't have that exactly the same ability to kind of trim your angles that you do with Wisp or with Echo. Echo is just I mean, your options are legion, really. I mean, think about like earlier in this game, how many times are we looking at Whisper and saying like, well, here's the two possible options here. We're not even gonna put money, like I don't care how
Well,
small on Echo
Echo
because
technically has all but one decloak available, so 506 options
yeah,
really.
oh yeah,
If
it's
we're just being honest, you don't really, maybe 4 or 6. You probably wouldn't take the bendy bank to the right going forward just because that gas cloud's right there.
right,
Um, I mean, you could. There's nothing really stopping it, but that might be a little much. Yeah, Joel's not got that much of a lead yet to make that kind of maneuver.
right, and I mean, there's no reason not to just continue to play it safe right now. Risk
Yeah,
appetite's low. You've got to make him come and get those 54 points.
yeah. I mean, the burden of execution right now is just absolutely on BJ. We're only into the 6th round here. Take a look at the round counter, make sure they flipped it. They did. So we're going to be starting the 6th round here shortly. Um, so BJ's got 6 rounds to make up some ground here. He's got an Echo or a Whisper that does move after 2 ships, and a Fell that also moves after 2 ships. And he hasn't given up any points on those ships. And you know, a stealth device, fifth brother, uh, Whisper's hard to deal with. I've actually
Absolutely.
been playing something similar, and it hits hard and it lives forever.
Mhm.
So there's the Echo decloak. We got the bend to the left, so setting up for a channel over there.
So
You
it
know,
could
I
very
do.
easily be a one bank or maybe even a two straight if he's being really
Could
committal.
do is, well, hold on now. Joel's changing his mind here. He didn't like where he was. Wants the middle. You know, I think moving from the forward to the middle on that decloak.
That
Maybe
signals a
we're
two
gonna.
straight.
You think it signals the two? I was actually gonna say we might see some kind of like long bank here, maybe. Probably the two straights that can. Oh, nope, changing his mind again. Going forward. All right, now that definitively settles it. He's doing a bank. He's doing a 2 or a 3 bank.
Yeah.
uh, gotta
I feel
choose.
I feel like Charlie Day in Sunny in Philly, where he's got the dry erase board and like all the things kind of connected by yarn, and so
All right, so Whisper does decloak to the left. So I think Whisper's given up on the shuttle, right?
oh yeah,
Um, yeah. So it's time to deal with Fell. OGP taking the easy route here, just doing a one straight.
yeah. Now that'll keep his options pretty wide open. I mean, I still think that BJ Soontier is probably gonna try to chase his counterpart, but
With Whisper decloak, there's the 2 bank. I told you.
oh
I
yeah,
told you it's gonna be a bank. Um, so Echo's set up here for a pretty easy barrel roll. Or doesn't even have to bother because Echo, right?
right. Yeah, I wouldn't. You
Yeah,
still want to use some of
you
your
still want to go. I
tokens
mean,
to your
yeah,
good
Joel was
benefit.
feeling really cheeky. You could stay there and then bend decloak around that gas cloud to your right again, but he does definitely declines here, takes the barrel roll. I think
Fine.
he's in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whisper just doing the one bank, triggering passive, trying to set up that pursuit of Fell.
Hmm.
Oh wow, Fell just jetting out here 4 straight. I
I
guess
like this. Now
yeah.
we're getting to the cat and mouse. Like before, it was a little bit punchy, but now we're finally getting into that ace play.
We know before we saw the game of Whisper versus a shuttle and Echo versus a shuttle, and Joel's Phantom had a little help there from Fell and did the job.
Yeah. But I mean, it's what we were talking about before. You put two guns on something. That's how you play this game.
Well, or you run droids and you put 6 guns on something, right?
Yes.
Or more. Uh, so BJ, considering his actions here with Fell, I imagine he's in. I believe he's in OGP's arc, sitting right there.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
imagine that's the case.
but you don't. Do you? If you do some kind of boost here, and Joel's Soontier does it too hard to his right, You might end up trading an OGP shot for a fell shot. Neither of those feels good.
Yeah, I
So we
just
are seeing
I think staying where you're at right there is probably a good idea because you also don't want to vacate any space that can later be occupied by Echo.
right. Uh, well, we are taking a target lock, so no defensive token right now on fell. I
That's
think that
bold.
probably signals a maneuver here, or is BJ in gotta go big
He
mode?
he
Oh,
believes.
doesn't matter. Oh, Joel's fell coming around, looking to face up with Whisper.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
what
just
if you
a
don't have to
focus.
be here? You can just barrel roll out.
You could honestly bank boost in and then barrel roll, pick up a focus and face each other across the cloud, and basically both you just kind of laugh at each other as you slap, then you move on with your lives.
Yeah. The problem with doing that, and I don't like the outcome of having to then go over cloud. I mean, you could take the one. I don't know. It closes off your actions. The the other danger zone is you also don't want to put fell in the corner. So
Yeah, you don't want to put Fell in a position where Whisper can actually trap it. Um, and Joel, right now Joel is in a position here where his OGP can potentially chase Fell a little bit, you know,
yeah,
just a small bit as a treat. Um, and he could end up in a situation where he can 2v1 Whisper, right? Next turn,
right.
because Echo has a nice bending decloak here
Oh
going
yeah,
forward, and then a good move off of that.
yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too. Knowing that you're if you or if you go to the left as BJ Suntier, like you're gonna get threatened by Echo. Joel could very easily just sell out and close the opposite way with the shuttle.
Yeah. Well, took the evade. Now, of course, the other option here is, right, take the evade, sit on the cloud, sit on the palp, and not worry about it, which is what we're going to see here.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, so we got the passive sensors from Whisper here, getting the lock onto Fell. It is range 3 obstructed, but outmaneuver should be in effect here.
Yep.
As we already saw, Fell does not have Whisper in arc, so they've got a whole bunch of dice just scattered around here. Not very tidy.
The game state is getting me a little itchy, but that's okay. I've seen worse.
That's very true. Ooh, 3 hits on the natties. That's a good start for BJ.
You're
Ooh,
gonna need
Cloud
all of.
comes through.
All right.
So even if Whisper had Juke there, it wouldn't have mattered. We'd have just added another green die into it. With Palp out there, Fell is really tanky.
Oh yeah.
So Echo does not have any targets.
So most importantly about this,
Oh, here we go. So OGP
he has
does
kept open
not have Fell mark.
this. Oh
So that's actually looks like they're going to call that for the round of engagement here and just go ahead and recloak.
yep.
So BJ making a good call, I think, getting the target lock banked up for later with Fell.
Yeah.
So right
So
now, Fell is actually sitting on, I believe, 2 target locks.
yeah.
You got to assume that's the target for BJ next round.
So if you're Joel Sintier, do you just
No, you,
don't
you,
think
you
so?
need to no, you need to have your move last, right? You don't want to take all of your uh, repositions and just throw them away.
Right, but you're getting close to because Whisper does have a little bit of a blind spot. It's not much, but you're close to that point where you can exploit a very high probability that Whisper is not going to be able to counter certain situations. Now, the one thing that does give me pause about that is the possibility that Whisper can cloak or decloak to the right and candy cane back in. That
Uh,
could shut
I
down a
don't think
whole lot
you're
of
gonna
games.
see. I don't think you're gonna see that. I think you're gonna see Whisper Decloak to the left to get further away from Echo, and then do like a one bank in, which would still make that sloop feel pretty bad.
True.
Um, no,
I think
I
one
honestly I think Joel is free of stress. The world is his oyster here. He's got a lot of moves available to him. I
Yeah, but
think you
that
want to
one
go
hard that I was
fast.
looking at doesn't necessarily buy him anything. That's gonna
No,
be
you
interesting.
don't go for a one hard here. You go fast. I think Joel might set up not for the sloop, but the three bank. Because then he ends the turn and say Whisper does a decloak and a one bank, and you do a three bank with Fell, you get the option, depending on roughly how you end up, where Fell either
Mhm.
barrels out of Whisper's arc and has a shot, or boosts and goes past Whisper and takes no fire from either ships.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the real question, because I assume BJ, we're going to see like a two hard here out of his Fell to try to come around and boost. Where is
Right.
Echo going?
I mean, I think Echo tries to close off this channel over here and just threaten in case that Suntir turns left, but Suntir's probably turning right, I would think.
You think Suntir's turning into the shuttle, huh? His target lock's way over here on the other Suntir.
Well, okay, so here's the other thing too. We've got to take into account, like we said, BJ is down 54 points, and there's only 5 rounds left.
We
So
started the
yeah,
seventh round, right?
yeah, you might be right. He might need to turn on the heat right now. So
But I mean, Echo's worth 76, and Soontir over on Joel's side is worth 64. So you can make up those points really quickly if you can find one of them. If you can get one of them and put damage into them, that's gonna be the real kicker.
right,
Because
I just
I think you're gonna see Joel's OGP set up here for a one bank in, which if fell two hards around, I don't know if he gets out of that arc, and that feels kind of bad because you don't really get a shot, and you get shot kind of for free. Um,
right, but if we're looking at it the other way around, because it'd be two arts the other direction, then with Echo coming in, doing the bank boost, and probably candy caning in, there's that's a pretty threatening field of fire, and I don't think that Suntir can get out of that either.
I mean, it's questionable, but Feld does have the option moving afterwards to possibly find a way to slip it. Obviously, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out here in a
Right.
minute. They're still trying to get their dials set. But yeah, I think what we're gonna see is we're gonna see Echo do the bank decloak into the central channel there towards Whisper, and then make some kind of move, maybe like a one bank towards Joel's Suntirfell to try to get double guns onto Whisper, right? If Whisper makes some kind of real effort to jump on Fell and possibly gets pinchered, and Joel picks up some points that way.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a stealth device, fifth brother Whisper. You, if you want points out of that thing, and it's worth a lot of points, but if you want those points, you're gonna have to put more than one shot in.
Right. No, I don't hate that. And honestly, the options that Echo has to go ahead and hunt Whisper are pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely agree. And obviously, BJ is down. He doesn't have a move set for Whisper yet. He's still trying to find that maneuver that's going to put it back into the game. Because Whisper's in an awkward spot here. He has probably really two moves open to him, right? Going to the left, going to the right, and committing to either the bottom channel or the middle channel.
Mhm.
And either one, depending on where Fell goes and Echo goes, could end up with you in between two fields of fire.
Right.
Looks like BJ has made a choice, and we'll see if it sticks here. We'll see if we start seeing some decloak. Yep, Joel reaching for the decloak.
We're going after
Looks like
Soontir.
he's taking your option here and taking the bank to the right and trying
Yeah,
to
I just like
use.
this as a hedge. I mean, you've got pretty evenly weighted options to put some shots into Soontir. So,
Here's the Whisper decloak out to the left, trying to open up that space here between him and Fell.
mhm.
And I believe we're just going to see a one bank here. Yep, there is just the simple, easy one bank. You know, he might even be close enough just to jam Fell for the disrespect here.
That'd be nice.
Joel might actually be contemplating that right now because it's pretty close.
I mean, not like you're gonna do a one bank and a one straight next turn anyways.
I mean,
I don't know. You might want to hold that too hard in your pocket.
oh, he's looking for the coordinate to echo here. So taking a coordinate and
Huh.
stacking echo up with a focus. Interesting. So I think Joel is expecting to joust Soontir here.
So we think like, oh,
And
oh,
echo on the one hard. Yeah, trying to cut Fell off.
yep.
So now your world where Soontir takes a two hard or three hard to the right is the ideal world for BJ.
Hmm.
All right, so there is that one bank out of Whisper. Looking for a barrel roll here.
Hmm.
Yep, there is the barrel roll. So we'll see how this pays off. Oh, fell. Oh no. Are we just running to the board edge? I wonder if we had a dial error here. Yeah, it looks like Joel, because that was the maneuver
Ooh,
Fell had last round. Looks like Joel is telling him reset it. Good sportsmanship.
very good sportsmanship.
So there
Always
is
like
the
to see that.
one hard out of Fell. Which obviously, if BJ said, "Hey, this isn't the right maneuver," I had a one hard to the left in it. Joel's kind of like, I can take that too.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also one of those things. Like you obviously can tell that you're not doing a four straight.
Well, especially since that was his maneuver the previous round, right?
Right, right, right.
And TTS is sometimes a little finicky about your clicks. This isn't a super competitive game. Well, I shouldn't say that. These are both very competitive players, but there's not a whole lot on the line here.
Yeah.
Um,
Joel's
so there's
also
no
probably
reason.
feeling a little magnanimous because he does have Soontir dead to rights here.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a generous god when you've got Fell bracketed, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So BJ obviously weighing his choices here. I think either way you range one of Echo, so you might need to just go ahead and get a token and boost in and maybe hope the cloud protects you from OGP. I don't know. It's not a good spot to be, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
that's rough.
Still weighing his option. Yeah, this is a tough spot to be in here because it's hard to know what's really going to pay off for you.
Be a great turn to have Palp, I'll tell you that.
That is absolutely for sure. So Bell is going to boost, and that's not going to get him arc on Echo.
Mhm.
Looking for a barrel roll. I don't know if the barrel roll is going to help him a whole lot.
Yeah, you just take the focus. Oh, I
Yeah.
mean,
It gets him to range two, and you're probably not taking a shot from OGP. So I think that's the calculus here. Is you remove four red dice that are coming at you.
I don't know if he got out from OGP. We'll see.
Range two would
Eh,
start to it might as well be
yeah.
out of range.
No, I think that's out. Now let's see what Suntier did here.
Yeah. So it looks like Joel is kind of diagramming out what he was thinking about in this turn.
Ah, there it is.
There's Suntier on the two bank. See, and now you just boost and say bye.
Yeah,
Maybe go ahead and pick up a lock of your own, store
he's
it for
already.
later.
Yeah,
Yep, there's the lock. And there's the boost. So Fell not facing any shots this round. Time working against BJ here as he is down. Not tremendously yet, but we do have a pretty tough round coming in here where he's going to have no shots and going to have to take at least one in return.
yeah, and conceivably, you could see Suntier getting halved here.
I mean, this is a fifth brother Echo.
Yeah,
It doesn't have a target
we,
lock, but it's got every token
I'm
it needs possible.
pretty sure Lone Wolf is off, but I'm not a betting man on that at this point.
Oh, Echo must have taken passive. Yeah, passive sensor's charge is flipped. So Echo's got a target lock now too. So that's every token you need. Joel doesn't have it out on the board. All right, so that's gonna be a range 2 shot. Oof, so that's gonna be hit, crit.
Yep.
Any way you slice it, right?
Oh yeah.
Probably OGPs, spin the Palp Force and spin the Fifth Brother Force. Nope, spin the Focus. Doesn't matter.
Hmm. No.
Not facing fire.
You want to save that palp in case Shovel's got a shot.
That's fair.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh, oh.
What if Fell just dies?
That's also a thing that can happen when you don't have
I
any
mean,
tokens.
that's a thing that can happen. Whew,
Ooh.
mercy. Crit comes in, crit doesn't matter. There is no hull upgrade on this Fell. Joel's Fell has the hull upgrade.
Hmm.
And yeah, Joel definitely willing to be the generous god there, changing the 4 straight to a 1 hard, letting his opponent obviously sportsmanship at play there, but Joel also coming in for the kill.
Yeah, big time.
So
Well, we
yeah, like we
talked about calculus, and now the calculus is shift.
oh, it's shifted all right. Shifted hideously in Joel's favor. It's 111 to 0. Whisper's got 83 points to protect, and
Mm.
she's got to clear a pretty hefty deficit now.
Yeah,
112 points is all of Omicron and all of Soontir. And reminder now, the closest he's got now, he's got to go through 3 shields and a hole on Omicron to get half there, or get another card on Soontir. So half on Soontir is doable, right? One more card is very doable.
yeah.
Um,
And you got to imagine that Cynthia is probably taking the too hard in case he sells out for Echo.
yeah, yeah. I think at this point, um, yeah, because Fell's got a 2 hard available and just drop right on in on Whisper's back if Whisper tries to just decloak straight, etc.
Hmm.
Um, oof, yeah, mountain to climb here for BJ.
I mean, I think
That would be
probably the I think decloak out and probably three bank in, and that probably opens up your field of fire to catch either Suntir or Echo. Like Echo is probably just going to bank right and then Candy Cane in just to reset for the next round's engagement.
yeah. I mean, right now we're entering the 8th round, right?
Mhm.
Uh, pressure's on BJ. He's the one that needs to get points. Joel doesn't have to get anything right now.
No.
And there's 6 gas clouds on this board, and just losing the shuttle won't do it for BJ, or just taking the shuttle won't do it for BJ. He's got to get more than that, and he's got to chase 2 aces through 6 clouds.
Mhm. And this is the turn to be cavalier with the shuttle too. You take that too hard right now. Just go ahead and turn the gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't need its action for anything. It's plenty healthy. Turn it in and go ahead and get some threat on Whisper.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the Echo Decloak just going around the cloud.
Okay. We're going to reset in this direction. That
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna too hard OGP in, I think
yeah.
that's the right decloak. BJ try. Oh, BJ
Oh,
wants that fell. He knows the pressure is on, right?
yeah, he does. So
So
we got
I
the one bank on
imagine
deck.
a one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a one bank out of Whisper here.
Yep.
So there is the too hard. Hits the cloud just for a little extra spice.
Mhm.
Joel brings a die over
We got
and
the moral victory of a strain token.
confident. Oh, stress and strain. It would be real
Mm.
shame if Joel couldn't clear that all in one turn. Okay, yeah. 3 hard out of Echo. Just working to get around OGP here. Go ahead and recloak. Nothing's gonna happen here for Echo.
Yeah.
3 hard out of Whisper.
Oh.
Ooh. So he is thinking that Joel is trying to run here, right? Joel's trying to squirrel out or rabbit out, really.
Hmm.
And no, Joel takes the 2 bank.
Get that
Easy bump.
free. Focus.
Yeah, clear stress, free focus, and we've got another round here where BJ doesn't get a shot. I don't think he's facing anything coming back at him, but a lost round here is tough. I mean, Joel can shoot the force token. It's kind of another ship, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they call that a remote now.
There we go. Is it? It's not a device anymore, right? It's
That's a
just an
remote.
output cabinet. So they're going to clean up the board here and flip over the token. That was round 8. This is going to be the start of round 9. I don't
Mhm.
think they flipped the token yet, but they may have. I wasn't watching it too closely.
I have not looked at the round counter.
The
Yes,
round
so
counter
we're
is on them.
yeah.
Um, but Joel's in a. I mean, he was already in a commanding position, right? He's in a really great spot here. Probably just a one bank for OGP. If you hit another cloud,
Right.
nobody cares, and then too hard, and you're into that channel. Um,
You
because
know, it's
if
weird.
Whisper,
Like the only person that's kind of in a weird spot is Echo in this situation because you're probably just decloaking out because I don't think
well,
anything else fits.
it depends on how vicious or aggressive Joel wants to be right now, right? So if you two bank straight to the right, you're setting up on a very jousty line here towards Whisper.
Yeah, but I think you go over that cloud. Not the decloak, but the subsequent like what like three straight.
Do a three straight. I think the tempo will be fine.
Mm,
Mando feels like these lists are similar. They are not at all similar right now. One of them only has a Whisper. The other one has a Echo, Fell, and OGP.
yep,
First division is best division. First division is best division.
agreed.
This is a very first division heavy everything, actually. I've seen Jonathan talking in the chat. So,
Oh yeah.
and of course, this is the 10th week of the first season of League of Barons. We don't have a timeline on the next league, but it will be happening, and we will broadcast it for signups. Um, but 10th week, each division, winner of each division, which is what we're seeing right here, play each other, and then the subsequent places, so second place, second, third place, third, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to kind of build out a final standings. Um, and right now, Joel is well on his way to claiming the eventual, I believe, undefeated winner of the league.
Yeah, and with a plurality, he's played the field basically all factions.
I believe that was his goal, was to play all 7 factions, and then once he got through the 7th week, just to start playing whatever felt good to him.
Basically Empire.
Uh, I imagine there's been a lot of Empire, yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I'd like to tip my hat that I gave him his winning list for because I'm
Why, hello,
magnanimous and gracious.
Dutch.
Yeah, yeah.
Got some people kind of filtering in here.
Oh, you're right. You know what? That was obvious and easy move to make. And this is why I'm on the commentary table and not on the final round.
See, I told you. I mean, I was pretty sure he had that decloak pretty easily.
So Whisper right here is pretty much doing a one bank, right?
One hard, maybe?
You wanna throw that net a little wide for all
Yeah, hey, you need
the
shots.
reasonable moves that suit
Oh no, the OGP hit another cloud.
insurmountable loss. Oh, oh no, another strain token.
No, Dutch even made top 8.
Man,
Going places out there in Colorado.
wow.
Digital, that is.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, so here's the aggression out of Echo. 2 straight coming in, passive sensors going down. And let's see what Whisper. Yep, there's the one hard for Whisper. This was kind of the conservative maneuver, right? But
Mhm.
he's facing 2 shots already, and we don't have movement out of Fell yet.
Right. This would an interesting turn to if and there's no reason for him to be risk doing the sleep it wouldn't feel too bad.
No,
Although he
yeah.
probably
And
didn't do that.
if Joel drops the Soontir sloop here, right? Arc dodges Whisper in the process and puts 3 guns on the Whisper. Oof, I mean he's just showing off at that point, right?
There's no way he did that because the one bank was a possibility. So no, we're not going to say anything like that. Uh, I don't
Uh,
know what he did, but he's not going to be engaging this.
Nothing is certain. He's already got 2 ships engaged.
I mean, maybe he's got places to be. Just end it and go have nah. Jake. Just move those tokens with this. Well, gee, now you're probably doing the 4K next turn. Steven, are you still with me? So, so go with Whisper, coming in with hit crit. Not and so, apologies in advance. I'm not sure if Steven is with us or if I'm not with y'all, so I'm just going to keep talking. So we've got return from Echo coming in. Okay, so it is me this time. That is good to hear. And Steven is dead. Rest in peace, Steve. Hopefully he'll be back to treat and entertain. So we've got hit 2 crits with Echo and ooh, so it looks like we're gonna get the stealth device lopped off unless yeah, that's he could spend everything and keep it. Yeah, he's gonna. This is the turn where you get a little desperate. He's banking on putting something in. Well, he's just banking on keeping that stealth device at this point. It could be a tall order over here. So we've got OGP coming in, and no pout, no problem. 2 crits. So let's see what Whisper does. Whisper does keep the stealth up. Very, very exciting. And I think we got Steven back.
I did. I was convinced that you were the one that bombed out because it said I was still in Discord. So I was just going off on
I-
that.
yeah, I decided to keep talking and then let we'll have the chat let fate decide, I guess. So they said that I'm the
we
victor and you died.
we're both gonna commentate and see who comes through there.
I
Can't
mean,
even,
the money should have been on you. I've already been kicked twice, so
that's yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I can't even blame my internet on that one. We're phone Discord here. It's just on the phone 4G or whatnot. It's probably that 5G tower. They put the 5G tower up real quick. The COVID got me.
Oh man, that's sad and tragic. So speaking of sad
Absolutely.
and tragic, man, Whisper in a tough spot. Now, I've been hammering this like a conspiracy theory, but is this the turn that we get the 4K out of Soontir?
You want some kind of red turnaround out of Sintier.
I mean, the sloop probably fits. I mean,
Hey, look,
yeah.
let's be honest, right? Joel is the pilot. He's got a pretty commanding lead with just a couple of rounds left here.
Mhm.
He's not going to do anything crazy that's going to cause Fell to just die, right?
Right. So take the 4K.
Sure, why not?
I mean, there is nothing that Whisper can do other than basically throwing himself over a cloud, which he's not going to do to challenge you if you did that 4K. So that's pretty
True.
safe, I think.
Now, Whisper lost the evade in that defense, so no decloak this turn. Similar situation for Echo.
Hmm.
Um, and I believe just kind of looking at from a distance here, we're gonna zoom in. Oh,
Trying to see
whoops,
about
we're gonna
that
go all
cloud.
over the place. Yeah, we're gonna look at
Yeah,
that cloud here. There
yeah, the
is just
shuttle's going to go over it.
a smidgen of cloud sticking into those nubs. So we will see no action here for the shuttle for the third round.
That's a brave 2 pixels over here. I've got Zapruder on it and everything. We're on the grassy knoll with the 8 millimeter, just looking at this. Man, yeah, that's a tight squeeze, but yeah, he's going to cloud himself next turn.
Yeah, he's gonna clip that cloud. So at this point, you just dial in some kind of bank and look to maybe block Whisper. Here it is, one
Oh
bank with the overlap. So clears a strain and
yeah,
gets the
and
strain
gets
right
it
back
back
out.
again for a third turn. This is excellent shuttle play. I'm not mocking this. This is absolutely fantastic.
I mean, this is what you should do, right? You've got OGP on one side, Echo on
Yeah,
the other side, facing a Whisper that couldn't decloak.
yeah,
Either
absolutely.
one blocks you, the other shoots you, and Fell's gonna like three sleeper. Oh, and
Ah!
BJ, yes, dropping the straight
Oh my god.
on the K
Playing
turn, jumps over the cloud, clears every arc so far.
BJ with his dying breath playing 4D chess over here. I love it.
Doesn't even take a strain to add the spice on here.
I love
Let's
it.
see what Fell's got. There's the one hard from Fell, the conservative maneuver.
Yeah, well, not
Let's
now, not
see.
so conservative because you need to go ahead and put the wood to Whisper over here. Help out your buddies.
Yeah, well, you want to spend that force, and obviously Fell will shoot before Whisper, so Whisper can't sneak a evade off of just hitting this zero green dice shuttle or something like that.
Yep.
Hmm. Joel weighing his options here. I don't believe that a boost and a barrel roll will both get you a token and clear arc on Whisper.
So, I mean, yeah, just go ahead and take your focus. Well, take the evade, boost in.
Yeah, take the
You're,
evade. You got Palp out there on the shuttle, right?
yeah, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, Fell is
He's
kind
already
of
he's
holding
already got
on
a
to
target lock.
Whisper's force.
Yeah, take the
Oh, yeah,
evade.
Tarlock's already out there. Yeah, take the evade, boost in, get your shot. All right, let's see here. Reaching for
Yep,
the evade,
there we
reaching
go.
for the
All right.
boost. There it is. So it is conceivable that a boost barrel would have cleared Whisper's arc. Fell gives Whisper back her force token. Um, but this is a chance for Joel to lengthen his lead, right? He does
Yes.
have Bullseye.
Oh yeah.
He will get the focus. This is a 3 token, 4 token if you call it a stress, 5 token if you call it a palp. Soontir Fell coming in at Whisper, and who said second edition doesn't give you enough dice mods?
I know, right?
Was that range one? That is range one. I didn't even notice that. 4 hits. Oof.
Oh, well, stealth device is gone.
Yeah. And a whole lot more. That's a brutal roll. 4 hits on the naturals into 2 focus and a blank.
It's half points, however you slice it.
Yeah, I think if you know it's half points already, do you even spend the force on this?
No, no. You just go ahead and see what you can get. Like at
Well,
this point, you need a chain reaction of Hail Marys to claw yourself out of this. So like
now
just
look at
start
the
dropping
board.
bombs.
Look at the board. Whisper does have Echo outmaneuvered.
Yeah, you could very conceivably go ahead and have Echo in this situation.
Half Echo, get your evade so you can decloak next turn and get a good shot out, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be range 1 either way to all 3 opponents. I don't think Fell's the right choice here, right? I mean, Fell dies the easiest of all of them.
Yeah, I think you just go ahead and chip into Echo.
Yeah, hit Echo. If nothing else, if you get the evade off of Echo, Echo doesn't get to decloak and you do. So it's a little safer next round. Yeah, there's the shot into Echo. So we got 4 red dice here for BJ.
One for Echo,
Yeah,
so we're
should
probably
just be
losing
one.
that stealth device.
I I feel pretty confident in that. Joel picks up
Oh,
2
that's
greens.
right, two because he still does
Oh,
have the
he's
stealth
got
device.
stealth device. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right,
Hit
so now you get the fifth brother.
focus. Now you spin the 5th brother. Hit 2 crits.
Normally a pretty good move.
One would say yes. Um,
What are
we're
we
gonna
doing?
mod that. We're gonna leave it.
Is he? Oh,
Oh,
he
he
has
has
a
a target
target
lock.
lock.
Apparently so.
Oh,
Ooh, even more.
hmm.
Hit, crit going into an echo. Stealth device is done for, right? And
Oh
we're
yeah,
done on
totally.
that.
However,
Joel,
half
double
point
daddies.
out of reach. Ooh.
Doesn't even give up half here. Just takes the 2 shields.
Oh
Oof.
man.
All right, so stealth device is done on Echo. Uh, Whisper also took 2 shields here, and that stealth device is done.
I mean, we're basically in a battle for BJ's soul at this point. We're trying to avoid the table.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid that soul crushing. Now, Whisper did pick up the evade here. It does get to decloak this round as a result, provided they remembered that that is a thing Whisper does.
Right. So, I mean, there's only one option to do that. Uh,
There's the discussion. There's the cloak token.
yeah.
Uh, but of course, Echo, right, rolling double natties and not being concerned about half points there, also gets to decloak. So not as good a turnaround as BJ could have wished. He really wanted to see like double blank there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm trying to see. Okay, so
All right, so
if
we're into the start of round 11.
bank the left, and then Whisper is obviously going to decloak to the left.
Yeah.
So that's probably the threat. Now, what you've also got to look for here, and this will be really interesting, is the shuttle. So, I mean, you would think the shuttle is just going to bank over that cloud.
No, back the other way. Get the back gun into play.
The butt gun is pretty famous.
Well, it also opens up a coordinate potentially to Echo, right?
You
Fell is
are,
stressed. That's turned off. Or
yep,
jam if the range is there. Uh,
true.
so
But
we're
I
in
think
round 11.
Jam is not the correct choice in this situation. I don't think just because. Well, no, I'm sorry. Hang on.
Make a choice.
So with Whisper having that stress, you're
Oh,
not going
the
to
evade
have.
token will not be there, right?
Yeah.
Jam's not the right choice.
So coordinate is probably the word at this
Right.
point.
So the way that the decloak works for the Phantom is after you do the decloak, you take an evade action, and with the stress, that action will fail.
Yep.
Um, So yeah, you go ahead and do a coordinate, or you take your own focus, etc., for the shuttle itself. So right now we've got 2 rounds left, right?
Mhm.
BJ is potentially has 2 shots here.
Yes.
The best possible result points wise is half echo for 38, and then kill Soontir for 64,
Yep.
and that's 102. So you're 9 points shy or 10 points shy of the win. So
So
with
this
two
is
shots,
proceeding exactly what we were saying.
right now there is a potential. Now Echo is down shields, only 3 hull, so you could have a round where you kill Echo and then kill Soontir. 76 into 64 would definitely get you there.
There's
Whew.
just no conceivable way to actually put guns on Echo in that situation.
No,
And Soontir's
I
gone.
think, and I think Joel with that decloak there for Echo was actually trying to block Whisper's decloak and just missed it.
So I was measuring that out. There was no way that was going to pan out. But
All right,
here we
so
go. We see the. Oh, we did
here's
the
the
too hard. Okay, we're
too
absolutely
hard.
making sure that the butt gun is going to be a factor.
Was the shuttle already stressed prior to that turn?
No, strained.
Okay, so now it has a stress and a strain.
Yep.
Okay, so there is Echo's maneuver. Just doing a 1 hard off of that decloak, picking up the focus, so evade focus. So right now, you've got to stress on Whisper, and BJ needs some way to outright kill one
Uh,
of these ships. Oh,
uh, that's an
Bumper
unforced error.
Fell clears the stress, and Fell's just gonna hop right over. Actually, I'm not even sure if Whisper clears the stress on that bank. No, Whisper doesn't even clear the stress. So Fell is gone, right? Fell hops over to Whisper,
Yep.
takes the boost, takes the barrel roll, keeps his stress, and Whisper's facing 2 shots. And the only shot BJ has here is into the shuttle, who still has
It's
3 shields.
functionally safe. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna like the best outcome you have is you take the shields off.
There's no outmaneuver here. What Whisper really wants here, right, is to get the evade token.
Yes.
Oh, and that is not gonna do it. Blank, blank focus.
Hmm. Yeah.
Spins fifth brother for the crit. Really wants that evade token. Oh, Joel doesn't get to roll a die. He's strained, so he has to
That's
take the
right.
crit. That's
Yep.
right. So yeah, you spin there, you get the hit, you get your evade token back. Maybe Echo Wisp completely whiffs you, and
Man. What's
you get to decloak next turn.
the math between that is it's really thin. So
Well, as soon as BJ did not have a shot on Fell or Echo this turn, right? He's mathematically eliminated.
yeah.
Barring obviously Joel flying multiple ships off the board here in the last round.
Right.
Um, but we've got a shot here from Echo, if I can actually get to it.
Yeah.
So 2
So we're
crits and a focus.
yep. So hit 3 crits. So this is the end, my friends.
Yeah, so that's 2 evades on the spin, but woof.
And direct and
And
structural.
structural. But
Oh
that's 4
man.
cards on Whisper, so Whisper is done.
Yeah.
Woof. So really strong flying out of Joel. They both came in at the same point value. They both bid 6 points, and the initiative roll I think had a lot to do with it. But um, we're gonna go ahead and grab them and bring them up here. Charlie, I'm gonna send you down there just to let them know.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna mute this. I'll be right back.
All right.
Alrighty, so we've got our two contestants here. Congratulations, first of all, to BJ for a really great run throughout the League of Barons here to make it to the final table. And even more so, congratulations to our very first League of Barons champion, Joel Killingsworth, scooping the title belt for himself and going to use it and hold it over our heads for the foreseeable future, I guarantee.
Well, thank you. You didn't mention undefeated unless you said it before we came in.
I did not. It was mentioned when we discussed his run earlier in the stream. I did not say that. He is undefeated. That includes beating both myself and Charlie. Gave me my only loss to block me out of this match, and aided Charlie's downfall.
That's right.
So, guys, obviously, there's actually been a fair number of comments about the fact that y'all flew the same list, essentially.
Yeah.
You both ended up with the exact same bid at 6 points.
I was really
BJ.
confused about that with the fact that he was flying Whisper and I was flying Echo.
He flew a more expensive ship and somehow it got cheaper. You brought whole.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
So, BJ, how does it feel? How did it feel after that first die roll?
I don't even remember the first die roll. What was it? Was it really bad?
Well, it was the roll for initiative.
Oh no, yeah. It felt like an uphill battle for sure.
Yeah, you guaranteed you were going to be chasing a Soontier for the entire game.
Yeah, and there were several situations in the game where I'm looking at all the stuff that I could do and was like, it really doesn't matter because any move that he picks is not going to be either a quality shot or not going to be a shot any
At all.
at all.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that Joel's a really good player, and especially like when he has initiative, it's going to be really hard to make that uphill battle. So
Dutch actually popped into the Twitch comments to say that you can't out Soontier Joel.
Yeah,
that was your first mistake.
Especially without initiative or without him being first player. So.
Yeah, no, actually, it's kind of funny too because I was 8 minutes before the game. I started doing my research on my competition, and we've been
not
collecting.
to show off here or anything that he didn't really prepare that hard, right?
Well, we've been doing voluntary list submissions so that everybody can see what everybody else is running. We got them in a spreadsheet, and so I was looking back at what BJ had been flying. And the list that he flew last week to clinch his victory in his division was
Jason Hole.
Right, was was Vader, Soontier, and Krennic shuttle with flown by Jindin, and that came in at 195. And I figured I'd just be lazy and run the same list that I did last week, and but it came in at 195. And if he did the same thing, then I wanted to beat him at initiative and not have a shield that Krennic could just take away. So I just dropped a point, which got us to exactly the same bid in this game.
So you traded out shield upgrade for hull upgrade on Soontier.
Right.
Yeah, and we should also say, I mean, like, for anybody that's not in our area, I mean, Alabama doesn't really bid too deep. So, I mean, like, when we talk about 6 points, that's pretty deep for us.
Yeah.
That's actually a really deep bid for
very deep for me.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's deep down here too. Because down here everybody's flying Boba Fett, and you're not going to outbid Boba Fett anyways. So
Yeah.
You might as well get all your points. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, it was fun. We had a good time there towards the end. I called the natties with the 3 blanks to Soontier.
Oh, that round, everything about that round felt bad because Joel, did the coordinate shenanigans and got Echo tight around the cloud, and then your dial, obviously there was an issue with your dial; it wasn't set correctly, and Joel was generous and magnanimous and said, "Yes, I will let you change your dial to a maneuver that puts you exactly where I want you to be."
Yeah, and that's what I had thought that I dialed in. So I'm Joel's a quality guy. I'm going to be a quality guy. I'm going to do what
I mean,
originally had.
if you want to be dishonest and change your maneuver to one that puts you right in my bullseye, then that's fine too.
So, but no, yeah, it was definitely an uphill battle. And on that turn, I really misjudged that whole boost barrel roll. I thought it would be way closer than it was, and it was not close at all. So, um, but oh well.
Yeah. And that was also the inevitable round, right? It's the maneuver where you're like, well, I didn't end up where I wanted to be. My extra maneuvers afterwards didn't really help me either, so it's time to blank out. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and yeah, after that, I knew it was definitely over. But like my initial thought was to try to obviously get his Soontir off the board, and when I realized I wasn't going to do that, it was like, my Soontir was not really in a spot to go after his shuttle. So, I had the mindset where, okay, well, if he's taking my shuttle, maybe I can take his, and then,
Yeah.
it'll be. And then when it was just like 1 damage, no damage, I'm like, I can't hit a shuttle. This game is way over.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
that was
Joel is just taking all your shields.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, I probably should have been doing some reinforcing, but I really wanted, based on where I was, like I said, with my Soontir, I didn't have a good spot to go after the shuttle because he was sitting behind that cloud. So I was like, okay, I'll jam Echo's cloak here. Maybe I can get some better position on him next round. And it didn't work. He
No,
did
well, I
everything.
mean,
So,
that jam was really aggravating. Like it ended up okay for me, but I would have preferred to avoid it. No, it was great. And then the jam into Soontir, because I actually wasn't sure that too hard right up here by the cloud was gonna fit. I thought there was a tiny chance that it was gonna clip the corner of the cloud, but I couldn't think of anything else really to do. And so if I ended up jammed and strained sitting on that cloud with in bullseye range of your Soontir, I was going to be extremely sad.
yeah. So
Yeah, I think that was the best chance to really claw back after the shuttle took a pretty heavy beating.
Yeah.
Charlie and I were both thinking, well, BJ might just trap Fell right in here and just take him off the board.
that was the plan, but it did not work. Both of my jams did not work, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think the reinforce was, obviously it worked for Joel, but I don't really know.
It's a I don't know. It's a situational thing.
Yeah.
Because like most mirror matches with Palp aces from back in the day, if you like both players would take a pass at trying to grab one of the other aces, but it would end up being too hard, and so you'd just end up slipping past and killing the opposing shuttle. And whoever could do that the fastest and then converge back would win. So that was kind of the pattern that I fell back on.
Yeah. No, that was right. And I tried, like I said, I tried to get even with you, but when I couldn't do damage, it was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
at
it
that
was
point,
really
when you
like
evaded with the shuttle, like you took no damage, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and try and plink this shuttle while his aces come around. I've got to switch targets and hopefully, take one of the aces off the board, but it didn't work.
well, good game, guys. Y'all
Yeah, and
good.
huge shout out to you guys for the
Aw.
weekly stream. Charlie filling in when he could to commentate, Joel and Steven commentating, putting this on. I know I speak for me and Jason down here. We had a great time. Everybody that played over these past 10 weeks, it was a welcomed experience during this quarantine. So huge shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for allowing us to be part of this, and look forward to doing it again in the future, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Well, likewise, thank
we-
you for participating. This has been I know before we were going on quarantine, this was something that we were at least sort of hashing it out mentally on how we would do it, like in a brick and mortar standpoint. It's been kind of one of those weird blessings that you're not sure if you would call it a blessing, but it turns out that it works kind of that way. That we were able to just say, well, let's go ahead and do the league here. And Joel did a lot of the heavy lifting, and Steven also. So it was really great that we were able to get that going. But we couldn't do this without y'all participating. This has been really fantastic. I've enjoyed watching all the games going on. I mean, obviously my results were not so great, but like I've had a really fun time being able to comment and watching a lot of really good X-Wing, which is very rewarding.
Well, I know obviously a league has been a want for Charlie for a while, and maybe the format that it took wasn't what you had hoped, but it happened. And I will say now, we started this broadcast by welcoming everyone to the finals of the first season of the League of Barons, which implies there will be more seasons of this. So Joel didn't know it, but by entering into this match, he clicked agree on that end user license agreement to another season.
You could have written it down, and I would have just said agree anyway. So we all know that.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen enough Rocky movies. This is the point where he gets like all the money, and then like Polly goes and buys a robot.
Good grief.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have some more participation from guys down here too. I know a couple of guys from down here played in the GSP Saturday. So
yeah, and that goes for I mean everybody in chat also. Like if you've got some people that are out in the community and they've kind of just been non-committal here or there. I mean, this is proof of concept. Like when we get ready to go for the next one, just light the beacons, let everybody know that this is going on. I mean, the community outreach just for this first one has been really great. So I'm definitely looking forward to future outings for League. I mean, this is one of those things, like I said, that I mean, none of us can really predict or control what's going on right now, but this is nice. It's a really comforting bit of community. We get that fellowship, we get that competition. So I'm touched. I'm happy. I'm proud of y'all. So like this has been really good.
Yep,
Yeah, it
certainly has.
has absolutely been great, and we want to thank. Charlie already said it, but we want to thank everybody who participated. 20 players for our first run at this is pretty solid, and we definitely look forward to maybe expanding that a little bit going into the next one. But I want to thank Joel and BJ again for putting on a great match for everyone.
I don't know about great match.
Well, come on now. Let me put down the superlatives. Just accept them. Come on now. Charlie, want to thank you for jumping on and commentating, not just this week, but many other weeks before. And I think on that note, we're gonna call it it's not a complete season yet. We've still got matches out there for everyone else, but as far as the stream side is concerned, we're gonna call this a complete season. And until the next season, hopefully everyone has a wonderful time. Stay safe out there, and we will see you around the bend.
Good night, guys.